here I'm on Ray Memoirs, aka Ray Raw, and this is Ray Right Now. And right now we're talking about the alleged widespread daycare fraud of Minnesota.
Those concerns come after we told you the Trump administration pledged to cut off $185 million in childcare payments the state receives annually. Our Connor White takes a closer look at how it could impact Minnesota families.
On the last day of 2025, childcare providers gathered at the Minnesota State Capitol, afraid they won't survive long in the new year.
We work hard, and it's just not fair.
Monique Stuhlman is responding to the Trump administration's pledge to freeze about $185 million in childcare funding for Minnesota, demanding an audit of daycares facing fraud allegations and justification for further payments statewide.
President Trump and his administration has pledged to freeze $185 million to the state of Minnesota, in which I do understand taxpayer money needs and should go to the correct places and people who need it in this country. But don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. We're talking about the whole state of Minnesota. How about just cut the funding for the audit for the daycares that are under investigation and have the allegations of fraud? Do you not understand how daycare is so important? And this lets me know how out of touch this administration, people and everything are so out of touch with reality and the lives of people who live on earth. Everybody can't have family to watch their kids. Everybody doesn't have friends to watch their kids. Everybody doesn't trust their family to watch their kids. Some people don't like having their child with people that are not professionals when they're not there, in which I can understand that. What about the people who are valid? What about the daycares who are valid? What about the families? What about the staff? Staffers going to be cut off because they have nobody to watch. There's no income coming in from the daycare. The families, they can't go to work. I understand what's trying to be done here, but like I said, let's not throw the baby out with the bathwater. It seems like this administration is so quick to cut something so detrimental to people like it's nothing. They acting like they just shutting down Walmart early. It's cool. No, we are talking about people's livelihoods here. People who are working. Everybody is already 1 or 2 checks away from being outside. So how long will this audit take, huh? How long will the audit take? Oh, we're so tired. You know what we're so tired of hearing? We're so tired of hearing, oh, be patient. Just wait. And some people can't wait. Some people need y'all to flipping care. Do something the right way. Y'all have no problem with touching food stamps, insurance, like the health cares. Y'all have no problem with cutting detrimental services to this country. The Constitution says to support the liberty and the welfare of the people. The welfare is the tax money. That's the community, the citizens of the United States, the welfare. They're caring about the welfare of the people. That's what the Constitution says. Now, I try not to post too much about my specific beliefs about politics because of my channel. I try to be a place of refuge for anybody of any color, skin, nationality, color, creed, whatever, religion, whatever. I try to be that person that not get involved. But I have a channel and I have a voice. And I'm tired of us losing. And when I say us, I'm talking about the poor, the lower class, the middle class. It's like all we ever get is screwed. And I just want us to all take a look at what happened here. Don't forget what's happening. They want to cut off the health care. They want to cut off EBT food stamps for people who need it. They flipping with the child care. Y'all talking about food. Y'all talking about finances. Y'all messing with people's housing. These are the basic necessities of life. And then all the Trump supporters are racist, bigotry, mother effers want to sit around and talk about get a job, get a job. You guys are so freaking clueless. After 3 months You are required to have a job. You are required to be going to school, to get food stamps, childcare, anything. And this is before the OBBB. So y'all out there are so oblivious to the situations of people. Everybody cannot afford childcare. For one child, it's pushing 1,000 right now. And that has nothing to do with your other bills. I have a child in daycare. Now, can y'all please, you know what? I'm not going to even beg. I know you guys are not going to fucking do it. You know what? Just wait till midterms. Don't worry about it. Just wait till midterms. We're going to show y'all. Y'all think black people don't vote? You watch. We already talking about it. People are registering to vote as we speak. I got several friends who don't vote. They went and registered to vote. Because we coming. We coming for y'all administration. And we ain't talking about violence. They always talk about black people violent, this, and that. They've been violent since the beginning of time. Killing, pillaging, plundering. But we the violent ones. So I ain't talking about coming to get y'all physically. I'm talking about coming to get your seat in the House, in the Senate. That's what we coming for. We getting the red out. And you know, I'm not a red or a blue. I'm independent. I have my own mind. I read my own policies of a person, their own stances, and I vote. This has nothing to do with skin color. Right now, this is the principalities of the world. This is about rich and poor, good and evil. It's no longer about white or black or Chinese, Hispanic, whatever. This is about rich and poor. But you know what? Black people still gonna sit this one out. They're trying to get rid of birthright citizenship. Oh, y'all wanted us to be out there marching with y'all then. So it seems like black participation in protests is down 60%. Blacks have checked out. We have checked out. We worried about us. We worried about our families. We worried about our communities. We worried about our economic stance. We're no longer doing the fighting for everybody. Well, we consistently get shitted on. So, I'm all with the administration making sure that the state of Minnesota is properly running their daycare services. And the money is going to where it needs to. And it's not being misused and mishandled. No fraud or waste. But don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Freeze the freaking funds to the daycare that are under allegation of fraud. Like I said, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. It's like this. It's like they try to do anything they can to screw us. Anyway, that's enough. I'm Ray Raw, aka Mona Ray Memoirs, and this is Ray Right Now. Wow.